Hi everyone. So today we'll be talking about how one thing can be presented in different ways, like it can be presented as a fraction, a decimal, or a percentage. We've talked about how to directly convert fractions into decimals and vice versa and into percentages. So today we'll be doing this with the help of some diagrams that have been given to us. Okay, so let's look at the first one. Okay, so now it says we have to present the colored part in each of them with the correct fraction, decimal, and a percentage representation. Okay, so let's start with the fraction first. So to represent the colored part, we need to know how much of it is colored and what do we have in total. So we have how many in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we have 10 parts in total. And how many of them are colored? 3. So the fraction percentage for this will be 3 by 10. Okay. Now, if we have to convert it into a decimal, okay. So if a number is being divided by 10, the decimal moves towards the left. Okay, so if it moves towards the left, so 3 is a whole number, so by default we assume the decimal will be on the right. Okay, for a whole number the decimal is always towards its right. So now when we divide it by 10, the decimal will move one place forward. Okay, so now what will be our decimal value? Will be 0.3. So this was our fraction representation and this is our decimal representation. Okay, so we moved the decimal one place forward because we had divide by 10. Okay, so whenever we are dividing by 10, it moves one place forward. So we have the decimal representation. And now when we have to represent it as a percentage, so percentage is always per 100. So what do we have to do? We have to divide it by 100, multiply it by 100 because it's per 100. Okay, so if we multiply it by 100, so what is the rule? The decimal, because 100 has two zeros, the decimal moves, let's say here I will write, it can be written as 0.3, and if zero point 0.3 has to be converted into a percentage, we have to multiply it by 10. So what does this mean? The decimal moves two places to the right, and in the empty space we fill a 0. Okay, so this comes out to be 30 and with a percentage sign. Okay, so if you want to know how the decimal is moving, please check out the video where we've learned how to multiply and divide the decimals with different powers of 10. Okay, so now we have the three representations. We have a fraction, we have decimal, and a percentage. Now let's try to do this for the next diagram. So how many parts do we have in total? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 parts in total, and how many of them are colored? 3 of them are colored. Okay, so now how do we convert it into a decimal? We have to divide it. Okay, so how do we divide? So 3 divided by 4, how do we divide? So 3 is smaller than 4, so we put a decimal and then it's 30, and then 4 sevens are 28, 2, and then we get a 0, 5. So we get 0.75. So we've performed simple division for the fraction. Okay, now we've got two parts. We've got the fraction and the decimal. And now when we have to convert decimal to a percentage, what do we have to do? We have to multiply it by 100. And multiplying it by 100, the decimal will move two places to the right. So what will it become? it will become 75%. Okay. So this is how the conversions can help us to represent the same thing in different forms. So I hope this is clear. If you have any questions, please write down in the comments below. And thanks for watching. See you in the next video.